the National Socialists are the first party with race hygiene as a central demand in their program, notes Germany's leading race hygienicist Fritz Lenz. While I do see a risk, he says, that as in all extreme movements, psychopaths can play a destructive role, Hitler is the first politician with real influence to have understood the central significance of race hygiene and is willing to fight for it. In 1933, Fritz Lenz assumes leadership of what would form the scientific basis of Nazi racial policy, the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute. Since the turn of the century, German anthropology had expanded into other disciplines. It becomes a unifying force in the mobilization of race hygiene efforts. Anthropology is not limited to questions of race and origin. Its task is also to safeguard the future, taking practical measures to save the human race from racial mixing, degeneration, and doom. The new science develops into an all-embracing confessional movement. In Germany, race hygiene gains popularity. Hans Günther, self-taught anthropologist, arranges competitions to define the parameters of racial beauty. It is in madhouses and asylums the advocates of race hygiene were to find frightful evidence in their struggle against decay and ugliness. While convention and morality raised obstacles to positive eugenics, the practice of negative eugenics involved no such conflict. Infants judged to be unfit were put to death.
Since the mid-19th century, the evolutionary theories of Charles Darwin had challenged religious beliefs held sacred for centuries. But by the end of the Great War, many physicians, scientists, and politicians have come to see in Darwinism a formula for social and political action. Belief in the equality of man is seen as simply unscientific. The new slogan is, "The survival of the fittest." In Darwin's The Descent of Man, published in 1871, he speculates on the effect of modern medicine on the future course of human evolution. With savages, the weak in body or mind are soon eliminated. We civilized men, on the other hand, do our best to check the process of elimination. Thus, the weak members of civilized society propagate their kind. This, argues Darwin, must be highly injurious to the race of man. Excepting in the case of man himself, hardly anyone is so ignorant as to allow his worst animals to breed.